Hiya Duck, so we are back and I'm going to show you how you use Sculptify. Sculptify is our builder that is housed in a bottle. It's a soak off builder. I love it. The bottle is gorgeous. I mean, do you know the perfect combo of colours has got to be the pink and the green. I'm sorry, I love it so much. It's gorgeous. It's giving eucalyptus, it's giving foliage, it's giving roses with the green leaves. I absolutely love this bottle. And if you don't, why? Anyway, enough about the gorgeous bottles. I absolutely love this product. It's been in development for over 18 months. Oh my God, it took a lot to get this absolutely perfect. And I'm going to show you how to use it for all you newbies out there. We can pretend that Aliana is a real hand. Obviously. She's not going to require a lot of prep, but we are going to push her cuticles back because this is what you need to do. Push the cuticles back and make sure there is no non-living tissue on the natural nail. I'm going to come down the sides with my tool. So this part of the tool is used for your sides, whereas this is to push back the round section. It's round, it matches. This is straight. It comes straight down the sides, straight down the sides. Super, super easy. And I'm going to prep the nail. So this is going to be our natural nail. Now I'm going to get the shape nice. Do I make it a little bit more rounded? I'm going to make her a little bit more rounded, I am. So I'm using a 240 grit file. And I'm just going to round this off a little bit, because Aliana has said to me today she wants her nails a little bit more rounded. So we're just going to take these corners off a little bit each side, one side at a time.
I just want to mention about Aliana, you can get them on the website.
Yeah. So this gorgeous silicone beauty that is Aliana, lifelike, we actually sell them. We are the UK distributor for the Aliana products. Did you know that? I feel like so many people just don't even know, and I'm sorry, get to know. We are the UK distributor for Aliana products. So if you need a practice hand or a practice finger or a finger or a thumb, we are there. Because you know what? We all need a bit of practice. We're always learning. So we're just going to round that off so it's a nice natural oval shape. Let's get rid of the dust. We can look at this. We can even take that off and get rid of the dust. Look at that. You can't do that with mine, can you? You wouldn't get dust there though if it was a real person, would we though? So we've created the shape. So you're pretending this is a natural nail, but this product can also be used on tips. Make sure that if you do a tip, you actually file the top surface of the tip, because gel, when you put any kind of gel on top of a shiny surface, it will just lift off, and that's what you don't want. Okay, so once you've done that, we are now going to prep the surface. So we're going to remove surface shine. 240 grit file, so you can use a file to do this, or you can use your electric file and use your sanding bands. But I'm going to show you with the file today. We're not going to make it too complicated. Turn your file over and you can get into those nooks and crannies. People kind of miss this section here, because as they come around with a file, they're a bit scared to get close to the cuticle because they think they're going to cut or they're going to hurt somebody. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that. No, I do. But so we're just going to skip round there and make sure that we've abrased the surface. So we're not pressing on really hard. What we're doing is we're just skipping over. Don't press on hard. This part of the nail is freshly keratinized, so you don't want to create any pressure. It's actually still keratinizing, so it's actually not fully, it's not fully keratinized. It's not a fully adult nail. It's new, it's just a baby. So make sure that you be careful. And then we're going to skip over like this to remove the surface shine from the rest of the nail. We're going to make sure there's no shiny sections. So you'll never really know until you dust. Okay, so now we've dusted off, we're going to wipe over with clean-up solution. The clean-up solution is going to clean it, yes, but it's also going to dehydrate the nail. So we don't sell like a separate dehydrator, there's no need for that. This is going to do everything all in one. Beautiful. We're going to apply base coat. This is the next step. She's all nice and clean. She's ready to rock and roll. Then we're going to use base coat. Base coat is essentially your primer. So some people think, well, I need to put primer on. You don't need to put primer on with this system, okay? I have tried it with both. It works with and without, so there's no need for it, okay? So base coat, super thin. We're not adding bulk. Down the centre, splay the brush. As you splay the brush, it's going to bring the product wider and also thinner. I'm going to take off any excess from the brush because I've already got some product on the nail. And we're going to go into that product and we're going to sweep it around and down the sides to the edge. And we're going to make sure that we skip over the edge and we cap the edge. Now, if you're worried about capping the edge, what you can do is you can start by capping the edge like this, and then you can do your application. I am just that used to bringing my brush around the edge, so I know I am going to cap every time. Nice and thin. So if you can see the texture of the nail coming through that base coat, that is the perfect application. This is the first time you've seen this being used, isn't it? Yeah? So, Messy Nessie brush. I love this brush. Messy Nessie brush is bigger than the Cassidy Detailer is in. It is thicker, but it is super pointy as well. So it's really good for floating product as well. You can use the Lily liner if you want, but I quite like the control of the Messy Nessie brush, so that's what we're going to use as well. This colour is called Rita, named after my late Auntie Rita. I say I've called her Auntie Rita, we all call her Auntie Rita. She's actually my nan's sister, who sadly passed away last year. So this is the product, but let me just take this off so I can show you the brush. The brush is actually a gel brush, so it's not your normal average brush. The bristles of the brush are a lot finer. It's a fine, super fine hair. So it's like, do you know the brushes that you would have to put on hard gel? It's basically one of them, but in the bottle. Now I'm going to pull out one side like this. And then I'm going to use that bead of product and I'm going to place down and I'm going to spread this first bead. I'm going to spread like that, then I'm going to take off the excess. Now, all I'm going to do you know, like we just did with the base coat? We're creating a slip layer, super thin. Now, what this slip layer is going to do, it's going to help you with your application, because wherever gel has been, gel will go. You can do your capping, and then you know it's done. Pull it nice and thin. Now, we're going to get a nice bead. We're going to pull up one side. So we have product on one side, and this is how you're going to hold it so it comes down. Now we're going to transfer this bead of product onto the nail. And I'm going to spin And by spinning like this, clockwise and anti-clockwise, can you see what it does? It transfers the product onto the nail. Look at that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it to one side and the other. We're going to keep contact with the product, okay? Then we're going to sweep from one side to the other, to the other, to the other, bringing the product down the nail. We're not worrying about the sides at this point. We're bringing it down, I'd say 80% of the centre of the nail. And we're going to tickle it down, floating. Now what we can do is we can take our messy Nessie brush and see if we need to do anything else. Right now, it's kind of gone where I want it to go on this side, but this side here, I just want to gently tickle that product. So I'm literally making contact with the top surface. I'm not dragging through, just to make sure it's there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it from the side. Do we have any bulk? If we have any bulk, we can tickle. And I'm not dragging through, I'm just touching the very top of the product. So we're using the surface tension, we're not pulling through it, we're just touching the top of the surface tension. And we can pop that in the lamp.
That was easy.
Easy, man. Super easy. So I'm going to explain what kind of happened then. So because I put on that slip layer and I did not cure it, that very thin layer, even though I'm sweeping from side to side and I'm not touching about 2-3 mil of the edge, I didn't touch that, did I? Because that slip layer is there, the gel will fall into that area naturally for you. Sometimes a little bit of tickling can help, but it will fall into that area, so you don't have to think, have I got, sweep right to the side, to the side, to the side. It's naturally going to fall into that area because gel will go where gel has been and the gel is there already, so it's just going to feed into it. And it's 1 minute cure. So the base coat's 30 seconds, but your Sculptify is 1 minute. And look how gorgeous that is. I'm sorry, but it's gorgeous. Nice application. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take a lint-free wipe and we're going to wipe over to remove the sticky layer. And this is what I want you to look at. This is really important. If you haven't cured your Sculptify long enough, it will go really matte when you've wiped over. But if you look at this, you can see the shine, yeah? So you can see that it's shiny. This is a really good test on if your Kirsty Meakin lamp still has life in it, because ideally you should be changing them once a year. Obviously depending on how busy you are.
You know what I've noticed, and I noticed while you were at your application, the self-leveling's really amazing on it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Look at that light.
I know.
There's not a wiggle on that light.
Not a wiggle.
Sometimes when, especially before you've actually filed, you can see the wiggle and things like that. Yeah. But that doesn't have any. No, nothing.
So it's very easy to apply. You get a nice clean application. But that little tip to wipe off and check if you are fully cured. So if you ever wipe off and you're like, oh, it's a bit matte, get it back in the lamp. But it's also a good indication. Do not just whack it in for 30 seconds. You will not get this finish, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're just literally going to buff this because it doesn't need anything else, does it? It doesn't really need filing. So we're going to buff over. And this is kind of just making sure that everything is perfect. And then what we can do is we can go in with our base coat, because if you're going to put, now listen, if you're going to put colour on, so gel polish colour, then go in with your base coat. If not, you can go on top of that with your top coat. And that's what we're going to do, because I want to show off the colour as well. Let me just take her out and give her a good clean. because what I don't want is any dust on this nail. Obviously, if it was a real person, it's a lot easier to clean. Now, what we're going to do is put a glossy top coat on top. So again, splay the brush a bit, and then we're going to float down. So we're not splaying the brush, it's very different application. And then we're going to tease the product down, bring that brush onto the edge so it's capped, onto the edge so it's capped, and then smooth through, and then in the lamp. Top coat's 30-second cure, so that's like 2 minutes, bish bash.
Good, exactly.
Yeah, done. How amazing is that? So what Sculptify is going to do is give the nail loads of strength, thus helping your clients grow their own nails. If they want to grow their own nails, this is the product for them, let me tell you. But also you can use it with a tip and do a tip application. You can't do super long nails with it. It's a soak-off gel, yeah? But you can do short to medium nails with it. Absolutely perfect. This is going to be one of the quickest services that you do. So this is quick, it gives strength. So your clients are going to love it because they're going to able to make their nails last longer, especially if somebody uses the hands a lot, yeah? So reinforce the nail and give it some sculptural strength, okay? It's super strong. Look, I'm pressing this and we have a little bit of flex, but it's not soft. So can you see? It's a little bit of flex, and a little bit of flex is good. If it's too rigid, then this is when you get the natural nail peeling away from the product. We want it to bounce with the natural nail as it grows, because as it grows it changes shape. So I'll tell you that the shape of the nail here in this section is very different to the shape of the nail here. So it needs to bounce with the nail as it grows, and that's what's going to give you good retention as well, but it's also giving you loads of strength. Your clients are gonna absolutely love this product. It's taken a long time to get this formula absolutely perfect, and it's here for you. So that is how to use Sculptify, which is our builder gel that's housed in a bottle. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and all that shebang. Please comment below, let me know how you got on. If you struggle, we are there to help. I'll see you guys in the next video.